10 seconds remaining.
Now I'm really curious as to what he builds in the late game. Nice stun coming out from Noob, and first blood secured onto Laurel. Lesh no more die and run circles around in the team fight. You could be pretty nasty to try and deal with.
That said, I would imagine the spell amplification later on will end up going a decent bit of space for the sniper to get last hits, give him cover, deward the lane, try to keep him alive as he got owned early, but instead, oh no, looks like they're going to get a little bit of revenge onto this Clockwork.
IO Clockwork, hard to kill and mobile. Tiny, super tanky. Mirana can leap away. Speaking of leaping, there's a charge forward. They manage to get the control in onto Noob, and the assassinate from Lol gets the kill. Push away from Mira. But with the Laguna from TA2K, it's going to be Mira in a lot of trouble, and the Tiny should fall. He's just trying to drag them away as much as possible and keep them distracted before he falls.
Such good stall, still not taking out all the avalanche on the 3 to follow. OOREDOO to respond or surrender it. They choose the latter option.
Well, they are rotating through.
Looks like the rotate's going in, so now this fight can start. The Clockwork with the cogs a bit short to connect on the Tiny. And then a beautiful toss back, even though the Laguna Blade with the
shot is kind of hard to connect inside a big black hole play towards mid. Was an attempt, but the relocate was towards top, and they will get themselves the kill onto black hole, obviously. But even then, if they've got the healing of the IO plus the Switch socked on top, it could be pretty nice, as is that hook shot coming in to get the control in.
I've seen any played. I'm starting to get those Maledict levels, has his ult of course, and it's the Mirana again caught out. Not so fortunate this time. The Phantasm with the response, all that right click from both the Enigma and the CK. The favor still in the way of Team Spirit, but at least early on with this lead, OOREDOO is finding the success as we start this team fight. Tiny with the immediate counteraction into the Witch Doctor. That Guardian Greaves and sustain with the IO is so strong, but the black hole separates them in a way that IO can't sustain.
Clockwork is a stupidly fast hero, so that's a rather surprising aspect. Hookshot comes in, control onto Laurel. They're trying to burst him down quickly. They have some CK illusions, but the bounce coming in. Yatoro needs to get away. They don't have black hole, and that's exactly why OOREDOO is getting so aggressive.
Team Spirit just going for some opposing farm, trying to get what they can on Otoro. And a Brigand's Blade's going to be happy, and they're going to leave the Tiny of Mira as a small sacrifice.
They're doing a lot of work there together with the Clockwork. They find a ton of these catches on the side. Really strong hero for like instant burst, but if you survive that burst, you're back to full HP immediately. Oh, they gotta be careful. Mirana ulti has been used. They spot Noob, but the relocate comes in. Could get a nice black hole play there onto the relocate targets, but they're just gonna back off on the side of Team Spirit. The risk is a little bit too high, and Collapse is actually going to get caught as well. They find another double kill. Just plans to be able to catch you wherever you are on the map. And speaking of which, they're heading out towards top. It is going to be the Tiny that gets caught out, and another quick kill secured for the side of OOREDOO. Thunders even another one, because Corey gets Collapse on the back end with the relocate behind it. Collapse is going to get caught out again, and another double kill in the top lane.
I guess they're just trying to keep getting farm on the CK for him to grow.
I don't consider
going for the Mage Slayer soon.
All in for Gory.
Using the Echo Saber to get the BKB. Wants to transfer and get full value out of it. But now with the Phantasm having to force the fight, closes the Leshrac directly on him, but instead it's the Mirana ult being used and just trying to desperately run away. Using the IO balls to identify, forcing the BKB teleport out to try to escape, and it is successful.
Yeah, and he tries to target Lina, And all of a sudden, it becomes a lot harder to get that kill secured. The tossback play is going to be able to result in anything. Black hole use, and that will be a huge kill secured. Finally, they managed to get rid of Noob in the process. Not get caught by the clockwork. That's the big downside. He has been hunted every single time. Speaking of hunted, Mira with another tossback play onto Gori. They do manage to get the quick kill. However, Yotaro is actually dealing a lot of damage to Woiter, but his BKB has been used, so he needs to back off. They want to re-engage.
Doesn't matter. The IO's shutting up the Witch Doctor. Yeah, they're going to try to run from this. They've been caught out. They have the
Oh, that good grab back from Yotaro!
But they were able to get... That's such a clutch to catch the Lina off guard. Catch her out. The illusions are removed. The Maledict's on this CK, and of course he still has that armlet toggle, so he has to be so careful about this. The Witch Doctor able to confirm the kill on Yotaro, despite as good as the play was. Trying to get the sniper to start right-clicking down the Lesh, start going back for the creeps, and this fight is sustained. It's still going. Now with the re-initiation from OOREDOO, and Team Spirit trying to back out instead.
Yotaro, there is a fight brewing. Miposhka's arrow, I think, just gave enough vision, but there's a hook shot coming in.
Beautiful hook shot.
But Yotaro pops a
There's
BKB.
no Phantasm.
And the tossback play as well. The Witch Doctor's just melting. Oh, the relocate save!
Oh. Going to cost the IO's life. They're already pinging the spot. They know. They know where this IO is going to be. And by the time Spirit want to go for this, actually waiting, just setting up for the team fight. That's a beautiful Gleipnir onto 3.
But the LSA
Immediate
misses.
force staff, everyone escapes out of it.
The LSA completely does not target anyone. They will lose 2 in the process, though. And Roche spawns in 10 seconds. Yeah, Enigma has the BKB just barely done now. Oh, Noob, what a catch. What a catch. Collapse down, and now you don't have much to fear in the Roche pit. DD Lina.
That's a GD. That's rough. Oh, what isn't rough is the fact that you can get a $15 free bet with BetBoom for your first sign up with the deposit down below. As a bunch of fireballs are deposited into Mirana, taken out once again. Miposhka, just a bit of a snack this game for the TA. Lina.
Well, there's the hook shot on the high ground, trying to get rid of Collapse, but that's a bit deep. That's a free kill for LOL. And
Yeah, they're actually split off. Going for the cut, but that means, again, they're split. Their team's going to be able to group up together just in time. This Lina going very far ahead, and even with the silver edge.
no.
Oh no, it's the Tiny. Once again, Mira caught out, taken down. And that Shiva's going to successfully connect on, and the Maledict forces the CK to BKB early, do what he can. Try to right-click against this Lesh, but it's not nearly enough damage, and the Laguna Blade to follow up. Yotaro is out without being able to even put in a fight. Oh my god, this Lina. And I see no reason that's going to change anytime soon. She has the success to freely push down this mid lane, though her team isn't with her, trying to cut those creeps.
She is stunned for a pretty lengthy time. And
stun combo. Oh, the toss though. That's a bit of a mistake. Almost fully catching her out. The IO will save her.
Oh, but the Noob is dead. Black hole onto 3. Oh, the hook shot play from Corey. It's huge. Collapse gets interrupted, and there is TA2K with the buyback of the Lesh. They are back in the fray.
That was their one opportunity. Taking a second, waiting for another creep wave, I suppose.
That's a game-saving play there from the hook shot, the clockwork. They are going to get a jump up to Noob, who of course does not have a buyback available. Yotaro get destroyed right there with the Laguna Blade thrown out, and TA2K is just trying to finish them off. Laurel takes a heap of damage. In return, though, still doing some damage as well, but the Ancient's under siege, and the Ancient should fall with their immense push. The GG gets called, and it's Team Spirit losing game number 1 against not the lane side that they want.
Find all that Smith damage, find the success, and might even find the first blood in a second. I feel like getting a little bit too exposed. The Phoenix dive will be able to confirm it. The Fairy Fire with the save. Even then, still, the Slark rotating in. Certainly. And besides the contest of that first blood, looking to get a little bit more, this Rubik could be going down again. Instead, things were being quite peaceful. So there will be an end to that. A trade of the supports, and the Beastmaster tanking a lot of damage from this Slark. We'll be able to have the health regen, but this Clockwork is having to rotate in just to have the power cogs, and this Death Prophet diving a little bit too deep, still able to take the sniper down first.
At least his HP was dropping. I assume they're taking... Yeah, they took the tier 1 tower towards top. So that's a very early tier 1 tower top. Omar is going to get caught inside the cogs, and Tiny has incredibly terrible attack speed, so won't be able to break the cogs and walk out of it either.
Some success going his way finally.
The problem with the tier 1 tower top already being gone is pushing that lane is going to be a lot scarier. Oh, that Nature's Prophet ulti does a significant amount of damage in mid-core. He's going to get caught as well. Omar needs to run away. Miposhka's trying to get the battery assault slow. Omar, nice toss, but is it going to keep him alive? Not really, because there is the Treant army coming into play, and Laurel gets himself a double kill. Mira has a haste rune and is just body blocking Noob to see if the rest of his team can catch up to this Death Prophet. Lift up, drag back. Actually, now Mira is the one that needs to be careful himself. Same with Laurel. Noob is a DP. You have to respect it. Is he going to be able to get the kill? Laurel is going to get taken down, and Noob will be able to find 2 kills. Does die to the battery assault plus the tower afterwards, but don't have mobility spells yet. That will come in slightly later down the line with the heroes that they are playing, the 4 staffs and such. So Corey has a TP in a second, and will go for the TP attempt, but the hook shot from Miposhka interrupts him mid-flight, and the Phoenix will be caught. That's a really nice catch, and also reasonably timely level 6. Ravage gets blown, H Prophet, can he get the TP out? Yatro, no, interrupted in the TP, and that is a very big kill coming out for the
lane removed. And with that, they'll remove more of the safe lane, taking out that tower with the Exorcism. Not for free, though. The Clockwork's willing to dive this tower, follow it up with the offlane support, and even with the rotation, the Beastmaster ult being used just to ensure there's no way for this Tidehunter on the map to potentially get some pickoffs. Certainly won't be on the Slark. It could go for this Tidehunter again, now with him being a little bit too open in front of the lane. You can see he uses that pipe to help keep him alive. But
from behind the flank
from Team Spirit. Yeah, the flank from behind. Hold on a second. This Tidehunter is just stalling for all the time in the world. Siphon's fully focused on the Rubik, which gives them time to finish off the Tidehunter. And now they can turn around and follow up, starting to chase down these other players. The Nature's Prophet able to freely rotate the Assassinate to try to slow her down, and the Roar to keep the distance. And now the Nature's able to run, and it is a important stop teleports, I guess.
Yeah, that might be it.
Just in case. So the Exorcism pop, Miposhka going for that early contact on the Phoenix with the Rubik. Instead, they both should be taken out as the full OOREDOO team is here.
Yeah, TA2K, he has immediately making sure that he has as much mobility as possible.
And the entire idea is they want to rely on the root, use this Atos with all of the damage they have to. You can see the reason they went for it. It certainly makes sense now.
Rapier going for a 4-staff as well. They're all building 4-staffs on the side of Team Spirit. They need it against the Slark, they need it against the Rod of 8, they need it against all the roots that they have, and Laurel actually is trying to get away. Can they keep control over Laurel? He's dropping low. Actually, TP gets cancelled there by the Nature's Prophet, because that could have been very deadly in the process, and Omar gets out of there. They
can bring yourself a free $15 bet for as a new customer through BetBoom. You see those odds very contentious. Still, the favor towards Team Spirit. But OOREDOO, the respect now, the odds not be 4 they were in the first game.
Oh, Collapse is dead. They know. Well, Yatro is going to TP in. Noob actually is a bit out of mana right now and trying to catch up to get the Spirit Siphons, but they have so much mobility on their side, falling back. TA2K and Voiter. Can they get... OOREDOO has a really good Roche fight lineup. Phoenix Egg behind the pit, Ravage. Toss back play coming in from Omar. They're going from Maboshka, who gets a hook shot in, dropping low. The roar gets thrown out, but they are bursting down the DP. Noob is actually just straight up dead. The damage coming out from Yatro is a little bit more than they would have liked, but he's going to get controlled immediately afterwards. TA2K, do they want to extend this chase for more? He does not have his ulti, so he...
Quickly, the second OOREDOO come back in to try to contest, which certainly they will. Maboshka with Mira able to just lift the Tidehunter, keep him stalled out of the pit. And you can see he's just taking the team fight and the Roshan at the same time. Ravage eventually forced out.
Oh.
And they give a little bit
Laurel?
too much space. This Nature's is still dead, and Laurel doesn't have the same traditional right click, able to just barely catch Omar, relying on that concussive grenade. Not only does it give him escape, it gives him chase, it would appear.
Is a very scary hero. And there's the Ava toss back play. Do they have the damage to kill off Laurel? He has a Hurricane Pike as well, but oh no, TR2K already has the Aghanim Scepter. And Laurel is a quick goner. 4 kill streak picked up by the Slark. Now the rest of the team is on the run. Any support items at that stage was just superb because you outranks everyone else on the enemy team.
Now that'd be like a 20 or level 25 talent.
Yeah, all the cast range talents got removed, obviously. There's going to be a chase onto the Beastmaster. His team was already backing up. Collapse was the last one lingering about.
Interested in rotating out. He's thinking he's safe. They're even scanning just in case. And he just teleported away. But it's to catch this this Phoenix Egg. Trying to right-click it down.
Yatro?
He is okay. He's able to find the kill. But now that means all the rotations can come in. The Tidehunter's right on him. He has no BKB to escape. There's 7 seconds left on this Aegis, so good value there. So he has no cooldowns to escape. And the Quelling Blade comes in, the stun AoE from the Tiny, and they'll just easily take him out twice.
Sniper is playing more of a utility supportive sniper. And right now they don't really have much to fear with the Nature's Prophet being dead. They're going to chase for blood. Maboshka, hook shot, trying to disengage as much as he can. But the pounce is going to connect again.
Oh, no.
Because he's a little bit unfortunate in that regard. And right now, this Slark feels unkillable compared to Noob, who is very, very much killable. Oh, Siphon stolen by Mira. That can be pretty nasty. Though Laurel is going to try and disengage, but the bounce was perfect from TA2K. He doesn't have more mobility.
Chance from the Beastmaster, and that Ags
toss forward.
Assassinate helps get the damage.
Oh!
The toss from the Tiny, and a failure to hook shot in, but it doesn't matter. The Nature's able to clutch it out just for a second. If it wasn't for the continued lockdown, the Tidehunter to follow. Sure, they're able to right-click the egg down with the Nature's, but the rest of the team's been removed. This Beastmaster just has to do the best he can to run. But what are you going to do when all of OOREDOO can hunt you down? They may not have globals, but... And, oh man, there's a gem now on the Slark. So, that's going to be vision denied. A lot less info. There's no shard on this Clockwork. And he's caught out, taken out. Or, so I thought. They're going to have to go back in and take extra effort. They didn't dedicate enough damage, so the Slark has to pounce back in. However, the Rubik trying to go in to help means it's another support caught out to run out to do what he can to try.
That's definitely going to be something, second Roche to be secured that they want. They have the shard already on. Ooh, not again. Yatro is going to get jumped. Collapses nearby. They're going to go in. The roar gets thrown out onto the Tiny, but they need to run away because on the other side there are chases coming in. And Collapse just barely gets the TP. 0 and 7, and he is not as fun as the Nature's Prophet, but just as deadly.
They just don't have enough lockdown, but they do have the vision. Perfect hunt down, and this Tidehunter should be certainly dead, even with the limited right click on the sniper that immediately follows up. And you can see the reason why he's trying to go for this quick assassinate.
For Rubik. I definitely think that Rubik will be enjoying that one massively. Catch onto the Phoenix, who does of course have the egg, drops the egg. There's a great avalanche coming in that's locking them down to the, can they kill off the Phoenix egg? It's dropping low, the Phoenix egg gets taken out, but they lose 2 of their main cores in the process. And right now, TA2K, there's nothing to hold him back.
Just the team fight of this lineup, so strong. Team Spirit, the ones oddly enough having to rely on trying to get the pickoffs best they can, and it's going to be a poor Miposhka picked off as well. The Slark taking the Beastmaster on the side with the Aegis. They can really start working towards tier 3s. And you can see Miposhka able to get so much mobility to try to escape, but in spite of it,
out of there while their top lane is being pushed in as we speak by the Nature's Prophet. Together with the Beastmaster toss back play.
Competition of the split push.
And they managed to get themselves a kill onto Mira. Chase for more. The Ravage gets blown, and there's going to be the full control onto Laurel. Can he get back towards the fountain? Miposhka with a 3-man catch inside the cogs, but who's caught with whom? Actually, the Aegis will be popped. First life is gone. Omar tries to disengage. Doesn't actually take that much damage. Collapse with the BKB, but they get the control. Tier2K is dead, and now they can hunt for more now that the Slark has fallen. While in the meantime, top set of racks has been secured for Team Spirit. So the split push is very favorable here.
Omar almost eliminated. The assassinate barely not finishing him off, but there's a Miposhka in the bottom lane trying to do his best to escape. Force Staff causes good trouble, and the power cogs will be enough to cover.
Corey,
where's that hex?
That has to be from the Phoenix. Corey, he's got the Scythe of Ice. My God, I know that Scythe, of course, is making a lot more the rounds, but the Phoenix has pretty good timing on it. Obviously, with the Icarus Dive, you can set up nice hexes from pretty long range.
I feel like the odds favoring Spirit, not as much as it should. They're certainly behind. There is strengths of this OOREDOO draft. This is Team Spirit we're talking about after all.
OTA today.
And the Silver Edge, he could go for the break on the Slark, the follow-up silence. Still not even using the Hex, doesn't need to use it. Stunned for too long, the BKB allows him to ignore any of the plays from this Tidehunter to try to counteract, and he'll just be taken out as well. Just a field of fire that they can't move through with this shrapnel harassment. So they're slowed down, they're getting DPS'd out. Now, of course, that's just a good old gank. But let me see here. Taking a look, we are talking about a 44% movement slow.
So Slark needs to get out of there. He's stunned. The toss back play from Omar, saving TA2K so he can pop his ulti. The Phoenix Egg is there as well. They're going to chase for more. The second Ravage gets thrown. It gets the stun onto Laurel, and Laurel is going to get controlled up. Yatoro with the TPO gets hexed by Corey. Corey is again on his tippy toes. The man is too fast to respond, and there's going to be the control. Ravage stolen by Mira comes out. Yatoro, though, still gets hexed in the process. Actually, Yatoro
going back in on this.
They all buy back to rejoin the fray, but they get the control here. Yatoro is going to get completely stunned up in the process. They manage to take down Yatoro, but he fully buys back. They get the kill onto TA2K. No, Slark, no Tide for the foreseeable future. They need to disengage. They do get the Icarus dive back. It's a 4-man buyback, and the Dire have only one available onto Noob. But they
have so much slow and lockdown on the sniper. They have no way to escape. Death Prophet desperately buys back, but now the tower's taken down. Spirit might have just clutched this out.
The massive buybacks coming into play there, and it's going to be really hard to deal with this. Noob charging for it, but he's just getting controlled completely. Avalanche toss in. Noob can heal up. No, he cannot. The last hurrah, the last defense is not going to work out. And we have a game number 3, so the interviews are going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Things look rough for the first to try to follow, barely able to get out of that. AC's able to find that space. Meanwhile, Yutaro able to snack on Omar's courier and will snack on Omar on top of it.
Yeah, that's first blood secured for Team Spirit. And bottom lane, it got very close right now. Speaking of close, they're going in. TA2K gets a kill onto Collapse, but not before Collapse at least gets the experience onto Kaori. Mira wants to go for more, but TA2K can just swap towards Strength and should be fine. It's always a little bit dangerous. Mira has level 2 Fade Bolt. Voiter, though, is being slowed down completely. And with the headshots from Yatoro coming through, can Voiter get himself out of there? Laurel, in the meantime, dies to Omar's rotation towards mid, but it is going to be Voiter losing his life. And there's a sentry ward, so they know that Miposhka was in his right next to them. And they are going to go in onto Kaori. That should most likely be a dead Clockwork. Waveform forward. TA2K does manage to find a kill in return, while Noob gets another kill onto Laurel. And it seems... was that a solo kill?
Who's ready to contest and fight their way through? Good bait forcing Puck to use utility, and this Morphling having to use all the strength gain, and in spite of it, with the rotation of Miposhka, able to pick.
That is a huge one. Keep the Morphling low, who is currently bottom of the course. Laurel with the Rolling Thunder going in onto Omar. Does he have a way to stop him? Actually, good usage there of the cogs, but it is going to be Laurel with the double damage rolling out of there. First roll of the game, not really going to result in much, or is it? Kaori is actually going to get caught in mid. Dreamcoil onto 2 with the TP coming in from the Tiny. It's a very slow TP, but there's TA2K on the Morphling joining in. They get another kill. Third death of Laurel so far. Miposhka is going to get jumped at and chased down and should die to Noob, who
looks like a little wrong there.
Ooh.
Doing his best to stall, but oh no, he catches the Rubik in the cogs, unfortunately.
Well, he should still be fine, not like Omar, who's gonna...
Feels like... I mean, maybe he's been nerfed enough into the ground.
Nope.
This Morphling should be able to outscale later. But being able to...
on the aggression there, that they expect a rotation to come through. The moment he walks back in to right-click the Morphling, they're like, okay, we gotta get out of here. Mira must be somewhere, or Miposhka must be somewhere, or Yatoro just right-clicks Voiter down from long range, sniper amount of damage here on the sniper already.
Yeah, understandably scared. They've been able to catch both the Puck and Morphling, two characters that are normally evasive enough that you should be able to...
He's definitely up to snuff to try and get a kill. Can even have that solo kill potential because of it. But they're keeping the game pretty close as we speak. No chase onto Omar. Snowball in. Avalanche in return. Omar's going to get taken down. Actually, Miposhka gets tossed further forward, and Miposhka will die.
It's a fairly good idea, and I'd say it's working, considering he's in the top of the net worth, over 1,000 net worth ahead of the Puck. The Exorcism dedicated, that won't stop using the Rolling Boulder to be able to get away. Going to be able to ignore the Exorcism, and with the Beastmaster Roar, with the flank, and even the Sniper rotate, so much damage to be pumped out. Pingo almost being isolated, and he'll even stick in the fight to make sure to get that XP from the Sniper, obtaining the kill onto the Morph. The Puck will be able to take out Beastmaster at least. This should be a lost mid tower, and it might cost him everything.
OOREDOO Thunders right now, and their heroes, especially Morph, is not a super good hero when you're an item timing behind the enemy. Okori is another easy pick. Yatoro can just pop shot everyone. He's on 8 kills so far without a single death on this sniper. Oh boy. Stolen coil.
And oh no, the stolen coil too. Not only are you having a hard time finding effectiveness with this coil, you're having the Puck steal it. Not able to have any success either. Well, that's okay. The Rolling Thunder is going to come on in. That's going to be 2 taken out.
Close, but it seems it might have been a a little bit of a problem that they couldn't win it in 2. Unless they manage to make this play happen here, turn around this game. But right now they're just feeding kills to the machine. That sniper is getting kind of out of hand. Post guy is going to get spotted. They'll be able to get that kill secured. Mira's looking for a nice spell steal. Lose Europe isn't pretty okay spell steal to secure.
For this team fight. Of course, the smoke will keep them covered. Even using the scan to check a flank from the south. That won't be coming in. It'll be from the north directly in. They found the clockwork. He gets the hook shot off, but that's all he'll find. Buyback immediately, but Omar's also been taken out. And I don't know how much they want to reinitiate back into this.
Yeah, Laurel just roll up, Rolling Thunder. Doesn't care about your Dream Coal shenanigans whatsoever. And we'll be able to get out. Assassinate from Yatro to add insult to injury. Time. If they're going to even attempt to steal.
They want to try. And the DP will be respawning.
Oh, the lift!
Already gone. Oh, the timing. The Rubik too quick. Denies the...
See that just yet. But if he does have the blink, then they have a counterplay towards the high ground. Nice roll-up timing there. But still is going to get silenced up in the process. Can he get away? No, he cannot. Laurel is dead, but Yatro TP through. And TA2K, look at that damage! Jumps in with the snowball onto Corey. Double kill again. Yatoro, God in the game.
Yeah, when you have the sniper going in, diving with the... Feels like it's been slow and steady, but the netgraph gain is very drastic in comparison.
Oh, Laurel.
Oh, no.
Swashbuckle hits him.
Oh,
just long range.
Goodness.
That's pretty neat. Jump in. They're actually going for collapse. Can they kill him off with the waveform in? And the roar gets thrown out. The Morphling takes a lot of damage. He's actually going to die to the creeps. Oh, the turnaround play comes through. Snowball chase for more. Walrus Punch holds down Omar while the rest... Immediately Mira is going to chase for Voiter. Can they interrupt the TP? Yes, they can, because he stole the cogs. And they'll even find the clockwork in the trees, trying to get himself out of there. Voiter and Corey both going to get locked down. Snowball in from Maboshka. The damage should be there. The swashbuckle secured. And it's going to be the GG call after the team wipe has been made. Team Spirit in game number 3 do not want to toy around. They win this one very cleanly.